What is up, everybody? This is 64 Gens here once again, and Happy New Year's to you and all that stuff. So yeah, this is the New Year's Eve special. Yeah, so basically all that. So like I said in the previous videos that you've seen this year, I will be doing a redo of my entire DVD slash Blu-ray collection for the end of 2020. Consider this like a New Year's special or something like that. Depending on this whether this video will be uploaded on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. So, if you've seen my previous Blu-ray collection, you know how this goes. If you haven't seen it, here's what I did. I just pulled out the case, showed it to you, and tell you what it is, and give it a few comments. But on this video, I will be making comments on every single film I show you. Like It, for an example. I show you it, but this time I'll show you the spine and back, give you a couple of tips on it, if it's good, if it's bad, and all that stuff. I think someone else did that before, but this is gonna be my section. There's a lot of movies to go over, and this might even get separated into parts though. I don't know. Hopefully the recording doesn't split into two for some reason. Okay, I'm probably gonna be out of breath after this, but that's okay. I have a water right here. We can make this happen. Let's get started. So first one is It. This is the 1990s classic with Tim Curry. This one's a classic. I really did enjoy this one. I watched this one during the pandemic. I didn't expect to get that one last year for Christmas on my list, but now I have it, and yeah. Next one is The Adventures of Elmo Grouchland. Guys, this is a childhood classic right here. Who remembers this movie? I promise you. I mean, mostly I just get these DVDs to watch the ending of the movie, and that's it. I mostly did that for this one and Thomas the Magic Railroad. The rest I just watched all the way through, like Toy Story, Cars, Finding Nemo, mostly Pixar in this case. Next one is Thomas and the Magic Railroad. Now, from what I've heard, this one is on Blu-ray. However, it's not distributed by Columbia and TriStar. It's distributed by Shout Factory. I think that's what it is. I'm not sure yet. I'm gonna have to double check it sooner or later. Next up is the 60th anniversary edition of Dumbo, and I also have the 70th anniversary edition. I do not have the 75th anniversary edition, which is a Disney Movie Club exclusive. And as you can see right here, it gives you an exclusive look at Dumbo 2, which was canceled. And I gotta say, thank God for that. And next one in the collection is Toy Story. Now, I don't know what year this came out in, but all I know is that it had 2001 and 2002 previews, like The Hunchback of Notre Dame 2, Cinderella 2, and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm assuming this goes in the 2002 section. There we go. Next one is The Book of Pooh Stories from the Heart. This one is a rebuy for me because I used to have a copy of this movie, but however, it no longer wants to play for some reason. But now I have this movie again, so hooray, I guess. It's a good one, by the way. It's a classic. Same thing with this one. The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, the 25th anniversary edition. I have 2 other copies of this movie. Holy crap. I cannot believe that I now have 3 copies of this movie. I mean, this film needs to get released on 4K. I swear to y'all. Who wants to see a Winnie the Pooh movie on 4K? They need to do that for some Winnie the Pooh movies, like Christopher Robin, Pooh's Grand Adventure, Piglet's Big Movie, all that stuff. Next one is Mickey's House of Villains, which is a Halloween House of Mouse special. This one was really good. I had this DVD for a long time and really did enjoy the special. However, I prefer the Christmas special better than the Halloween special. Speaking of the Christmas special, here it is. It's pretty good. It does have the Mickey's Christmas Carol mini movie towards the end of this movie. and it's a pretty good one. I don't own it on Blu-ray for some reason. I heard of a Blu-ray of that movie. I just don't have it in my collection yet. Lilo and Stitch. Now, I probably prefer when I was young. I probably preferred the sequel more than this one. But now I think about it, I'm a huge idiot for liking Disney sequels. And I don't even know why I own them on DVD and Blu-ray for some reason. The next one is Belle's Magical World. Yeah, just show it to you right now. I thought this was going to be pretty good because I like Beauty and the Beast. But as far as it goes, it was just like Cinderella 2 Dreams Come True with the 3 mini movies all into one. But this time it was like 5 mini movies or mini episodes, I guess. Supposedly from the some sort of Beauty and the Beast series that was probably canceled right after production. Or maybe after those episodes aired. Piglet's Big Movie. Now this one was pretty interesting to say the least because I wasn't expecting this movie to exist. But now it's here. Now we just need movies from other standalone Winnie the Pooh characters like Rabbit, Eeyore, Kangaroo, Owl, all that stuff. Actually, we need a backstory on Owl. So, do you guys think we should have a backstory on Owl? Let me know down below. Finding Nemo, the 2-disc collector's edition. I had this movie for a long time. This is one of my all-time favorite Pixar movies. I used to watch this every single day when I had the chance to, and yeah, it was a real classic, yeah. Aladdin, the Platinum Edition. I finally got this movie on Blu-ray. Not to mention that I have the Signature Edition, but I still need the Diamond Edition of this movie. Yeah. Hopefully I'll get it someday. Winnie the Pooh's Springtime with Roo. I heard this was on Blu-ray though, but it's not on the Disney Movie Club. It's for real this time. And it's really expensive on Amazon. It's like $40 when you try to buy it. That's freaking expensive as hell, man. I mean, when I get my channel monetized, I ain't gonna get that because, ugh. I'd rather wait until some sort of sale that's gonna go on with that movie. Just try to get it at that affordable price. But oh well. The SpongeBob SquarePants movie. Now, yeah, I really did enjoy this one. I liked it. This is like the original deal. And fun fact, SpongeBob SquarePants was going to end its series with this movie. But as far as it goes, Nickelodeon decided to become extreme idiots and produce more episodes and more seasons of SpongeBob. Not to lie, some of the post-movie seasons and episodes are actually pretty good. Until they went downhill in seasons 5 and 6, I think. I'm lost. I really need to get back on track there. Toy Story 2, 2-disc special edition. Yeah, and it gives you an exclusive sneak peek at Cars. I just watched that movie on Christmas Day, and I watched the Disney Movie Club exclusive for Cars 2. I mean, Cars, regular Cars, not Cars 2. That one's stupid. Lilo and Stitch 2, Stitch Has a Glitch. Yeah, this was the one that I kind of preferred over Lilo and Stitch when I was young, and I felt like an extreme idiot for doing so, because I didn't know about how bad Disney sequels were until I read the ratings and reviews for Cinderella 2 Dreams Come True, and I realize now, man, I'm just a spaz sometimes. Elektra. Yeah, nothing to say about this one. So bad. Just so bad. Hopefully Kevin Feige can renew Elektra and make her perfect, better than that one. Not saying I hate Jennifer Garner. She did play a good role of Elektra, but I just don't like the film, man. I don't know why. and I don't know why I owned the movie to begin with. Chicken Little. I liked this movie when I was little, and I didn't know it was bad until I read the reviews. So now it sucks. But I still like the movie though. Gotta be honest right there. Cars. This is the full screen. It's in a really thin case for some reason, but the movie's still good. It's just still plays like a normal everyday Disney movie and something like that. Yeah. Spider-Man 3. Now, funny story, I actually wanted this movie as a Blu-ray combo pack. I didn't want the regular Blu-ray, I just wanted the Blu-ray combo pack. Because if I get the Blu-ray plus the DVD, where am I going to store it? Yeah. Where am I going to store both the Blu-ray and DVD? It's just buying the same movie over and over again. I'm not saying that I'm buying the Diamond Edition of The Little Mermaid, for an example, and the Signature Edition of The Little Mermaid because they're the same movie. I clearly don't know what I'm saying right now. I'm going stupid again. The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, the Friendship Edition. The second copy of Winnie the Pooh that I actually have. Yeah. And that was fully it. I did not want another copy until I got the Blu-ray. Air Buddies. Boy, these guys are extremely overrated. That they've produced other films relating to the buddies, which don't make sense. It doesn't make sense at all to begin with, man. You got Cinderella 3 and Twist in Time, a much more better sequel than Cinderella 2. Cinderella 2 should just not exist, and this one should have been the sequel. Oh. And now we go into the Blu-rays. Now, this was a time when Blu-rays were becoming a thing and VHSs were just completely deceased. Really. And that's when my obsession with Blu-rays began, with this one. Glory Road. This was a story about... I know the team, but I just can't wrap a finger around it. I haven't seen this film yet, so hopefully I'll know it when I watch this film, though. Pirates of the Caribbean, The Curse of the Black Pearl. There is another cut Blu-ray of this, but it's a 2-disc Blu-ray plus the DVD as well, too. I just don't have it in the collection yet. And I'm trying to get it, but I'm being stopped by Karens and Kevins all the time. Bridge to Terabithia. This one I have not seen as well, too. I don't know how good it is. If you guys can tell me how good it is, that would be amazing. Meet the Robinsons. Now, I actually remember watching this in elementary. All the way back in, 2008, 2009, I guess? I don't know. I'm so old. I'm too old right now, so I'm too old to give a shit. Peter Pan Return to Neverland. This is the Pixie Powered Edition. I don't have the Blu-ray for some reason. I just thought I could probably hold on to this for now, and until I get the Blu-ray, and if I get the Blu-ray, that's going in the trash. Ratatouille. Now this one does not want to play anymore. I don't know why I still own it. Well, for the record, the opening still does play, but when it gets to the scene with Chef Remy and I'm probably gonna pronounce his name on Chef Gastou, I think that's what his name is. Look below at the kitchen. It just freezes and it does not want to go on. It's pretty sad. Which is why I'm hunting for the Blu-ray of Ratatouille. Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End. I still do not own Dead Man's Chest for a reason. Hopefully I will someday own Dead Man's Chest and I can finally complete my Pirates of the Caribbean Blu-ray collection. Unless I still have to get the 2-disc Blu-rays and plus the DVD as well too. But that's a different story. Enchanted. Now I have not seen this one yet. I just bought it because I'm a huge Disney person whatsoever. And yeah, I think I might have enjoyed that one. I don't know how good it is, but yeah. Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Probably the only Narnia Blu-ray movie I ever own in the collection. I promise you. This is the only one I ever own. I am having a terrible time finding Prince Caspian. There exists a Blu-ray combo pack of Prince Caspian, but I just can't find it for some reason. Oh well, I'll try harder. Snow Buddies, the follow-up to Air Buddies. And this was when they started to get completely overrated and completely useless because, well, I'm not saying that the Air Buddies suck and whatnot, but they're so overrated. They just like to produce new movies of Air Buddies every single year or so. But I'm glad it ended with Super Buddies. I think we all agree on that. Cinderella 2, Dreams Come True. This is a special edition. I found this at a swap meet for like $5, which is a really good deal. And surprisingly, too, I have not visited that swap meet ever since. The Little Mermaid, Ariel's Beginning. I finally own this movie until I own the Little Mermaid 2 movie collection, which includes Return to the Sea and, of course, Ariel's Beginning. Yeah. Over the Hedge. I think my only nostalgic DreamWorks film I've ever owned. I call it a nostalgic DreamWorks film because I haven't seen this in theaters, and I don't know why I owned it on DVD. I think it was because when I was pretty much young, I was just randomly grabbing DVDs and taking them home with me. Yeah, that's just how it is. This one still does not have a case, but it's The Little Mermaid 2 Return to the Sea Special Edition. Not a very bad sequel to begin with, yeah. I don't want to hate on Disney for making terrible sequels, though. I'm just saying. WALL-E. This one I'm having a terrible time finding on Blu-ray. I heard of the 2-disc Blu-ray plus DVD. And same thing goes with Ratatouille and A Bug's Life as well, too. But hopefully one day I can find the Blu-ray for this movie and call it a day. Iron Man, the first ever MCU movie that I'm having a terrible time finding on a Blu-ray combo pack. And it's still a pretty good movie. It's like the first ever introduction to the MCU. I mean, a perfect introduction to the MCU, sorry. Bolt. Yeah. I clearly don't know about this film. It's been a long time ever since I've seen this film in theaters, and wow, ladies and gentlemen, I can. Bedtime Stories with Adam Sandler. I have not seen this movie, but I heard it's pretty funny. From what I saw in the trailer, the kids actually get to decide how the story ends. That's kind of like what I want to do one day. But I can't do it. I'm sorry. G-Force. This is the one with the guinea pigs and whatnot. I have not seen this film yet, but I just got it because it'll keep me busy during the isolation that I'm in right now. Disney Nature Earth. And before you ask, this is a Blu-ray combo pack. It does include a DVD in it, so you can probably stop whining about it. Up. Now, I'm probably like the only person who has not seen Up yet. And I heard it was pretty sad, though, because of the beginning scene with Carl Fredricksen losing his wife. Man, that was terrible. Beauty and the Beast. This is the Diamond Edition. And now I can finally stop hunting for Beauty and the Beast because I own both the Signature Edition and the Diamond Edition, of course. Yeah. Next one up for the collection is Alice in Wonderland. This is the live-action version. I also have the 60th Anniversary Edition. I got that one for Christmas. And yeah, this one was not that bad. I thought I was going to hate on every single live-action Disney remake, but no. I was completely stupid and did not know nothing about Disney ratings on Rotten Tomatoes. Oh well. We have Iron Man 2. I don't have the Incredible Hulk for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know if there exists a Blu-ray combo pack for the Incredible Hulk, but I'll keep trying to find it. Scott Pilgrim versus the World, the only steelbook I ever own for any movie. I don't want to hunt for another steelbook after that because mostly steelbooks are mostly consisting of 4K Ultra HD plus Blu-ray plus digital code. Really. I think the newest steelbook that came out was Tenant, I think it was. I could be wrong. Toy Story on Blu-ray. I finally got this movie on Blu-ray. And now that I have it on Blu-ray, along with 2 and 3 and 4, I finally have the whole entire Toy Story trilogy on Blu-ray. And I'm really happy for that. Toy Story 2, the follow-up to Toy Story. I'm still having a terrible time finding A Bug's Life. But hopefully when my isolation is over, I'll get back out there and find what I need to look for. And lastly, Toy Story 3. This is a 2-disc Blu-ray plus DVD plus digital copy. It's a digital copy disc, by the way, in case if you haven't known already. Sorry that it took a while. I had to get the other stack ready. Okay, next up, Cars 2 and Mater's Tall Tales. Another Cars movie. I think this is like right before Cars 2 came out in theaters, I guess. I could be wrong. It could be a follow-up to Cars 2 or a prequel to Cars 2. No, wait, it's a follow-up to the first Cars. It's just short films. Which I would like to see that on the Disney Plus Cars series coming in 2022, I think. A Christmas Carol. I have not seen this film yet, and I probably will not, because Christmas is already over, and I wanted to see this on Christmas, but just couldn't handle myself out there when I got the Blu-rays that I got for Christmas. And yeah, The Search for Santa Paws, and no one has ever done an opening to this film, because most of the openings that I found, people just skipped the people just skipped the previews, like they just had to record the opening, skip the previews, and call it a day. That's not how a Blu-ray opening works, dumbass. That's what I said to them about that. Tangled. This is the reprint version of Tangled, and it still plays like the 2011 version of the Blu-ray and DVD. And it's still a pretty good movie. This is probably like one of the first Blu-rays I ever bought in the middle of a pandemic. I think it was like in May or something. It was like in the end. It was like in early June, late May or something like that. Prince of Persia: Sands of Time. I have not seen this film, but I think it's gonna be pretty good. It's gonna keep me busy during isolation. And I didn't notice that Jake Gyllenhaal was in the movie. It's crazy. And here we have Alice in Wonderland, the 60th Anniversary Edition. And a fun fact about this movie, it's a 2020 reprint, as you see the Disney Movie Insiders right there. It's impressive when you think about it. Yeah, I've watched this film repeatedly on Disney Plus until I got the Blu-ray. And now that I finally have the Blu-ray, I can stop watching it on Disney Plus. But I can still use Disney Plus for something. I still haven't seen that Once Upon a Snowman short from Frozen and all that. Hopefully I'll get there one day. Tron Legacy, the follow-up to the original Tron. And before you ask, yes, this is a follow-up to the classic Tron. Speaking of the classic Tron, here it is. This is the special edition. They say it's a special edition, but I just call it the original classic. Yeah, all that stuff. Yeah. It's a 2020 reprint too. It has the Disney Movie Insiders thing. You know what I mean? Marvel's Earth's Mightiest Heroes: The Avengers, Volume 1, Heroes Assemble. This is a cartoon of the Avengers that I picked up. Same thing with this one. Iron Man Unleashed. I don't have volumes 2, 4, 5 and the finale yet. but I'm looking to get it someday. Okay. Prom. Now, I don't know what this movie's about, but I just got it because it's Disney and I'm a really big Disney person. African Cats. This is another Disney nature film. I do not have Oceans, Crimson Wing, and Wings of Life yet, or any other Disney nature film. This was like the only one I ever gotten before I couldn't find any more. Muppets from Space. I finally found this movie on Blu-ray, man. And to be honest, it was a pretty good one. I tried to watch it on digital, but I couldn't find a digital copy of Muppets from Space. But at least I have the Blu-ray, so yeah. The 70th anniversary edition of Dumbo. And this is the one that I was telling you about. It's pretty good and all that stuff. Excuse me. Excuse me. There we go. That's better. Alright. There we go. Oh. It's nothing to brag about. I'll pick it up later. Thor, the other MCU film that I have. And I did see this one in theaters, and it was pretty good. I really liked it. Yeah. Captain America, the First Avenger. This is on a Blu-ray plus digital combo digital thing. It's not like the Blu-ray combo pack. This was the reprinted version. I think this came out before Thor Ragnarok came out, and right as when Spider-Man Homecoming was coming out on Blu-ray and DVD and all that. The Rugrats Trilogy Movie Collection, which consists of all 3 films connecting together to make a trilogy. The Rugrats movie, Rugrats in Paris the movie, and Rugrats Go Wild. Rango. Now, I've seen this movie before. It was super long because of the extended cut. Boy, let me tell you, it was a really interesting one, to say the least. Yeah. And I know that Nickelodeon sometimes fail at their films, but that's not my problem. Cars 2. Yeah, this one was really horrible. I did not like this film at all. I don't know why I have it on DVD. I could just throw it away and sell it or something. Man, I regret buying that movie. Lady and the Tramp. This is the Diamond Edition of the movie, which is a UK import. I'm looking to get both the US Diamond Edition and the signature edition of this movie as well too. Okay, now I notice I'm out of room, so let's go ahead and clean this section up and we'll be right back. Okay, we are on to part 2. And yeah, everything's all cleaned up, so let's go ahead and continue. Pirates of the Caribbean on Stranger Tides. I heard that this was like the worst one ever, and literally it should not exist. But that's not really my problem though. I haven't seen that film yet, so I don't know how bad it really is. The Muppets. And I do not own Muppets Most Wanted just yet. I'm looking to get that someday. I just can't really find it. It's a pain in my ass, if you know what I mean. Newsies, the 20th anniversary edition with, surprisingly, Christian Bale. I mean, damn, I didn't know Christian Bale was in this film. The Rescuers and the Rescuers Down Under. The 2 movie collection. I've seen The Rescuers. I just have not seen The Rescuers Down Under yet. And I know it's another Disney sequel, and it's probably going to suck to begin with. The Odd Life of Timothy Green. The Perfect Holiday Gift. As you can tell by that sticker right there. I have not seen this film yet. I just got it because it's Disney. So yeah. The Ghosts of Buxley Hall. This is the Disney Movie Club exclusive, but I did not have to sign up for the Disney Movie Club to buy this. I just found it at some sort of thrift store and decided to buy it. Because, all that stuff. Brave. Now, this one's a really good Pixar film, to say the least. I really like Brave. I like everything about it. Especially the main protagonist, Merida, right there. I kind of wanted there to be a sequel to Brave for some reason, but it looks like I don't think we're going to get one. Finding Nemo. I finally got this movie on Blu-ray. But there's just one problem with this movie, though. Yeah, that's really bad. But it's okay. I can probably order a new Blu-ray case and probably just replace it with that one and call it a day. Wreck-It Ralph. This is a really good film. I really liked this film when I watched it in theaters, and a fun fact, back in I think it was like 6th grade, every Friday we would watch that movie. I mean, really, that's why it's so good to begin with. Yeah. Iron Man 3. The reason why there was no Iron Man 4 to begin with. Man, that's really stupid though. I kind of wanted there to be a 4th Iron Man, but I think it's best to say we just say goodbye to Tony Stark though. The Little Mermaid, the Diamond Edition. I finally got this movie on Diamond Edition. I'm not bothering on getting the Platinum Edition of this movie because it's a DVD and I don't really want it though. Oz the Great and Powerful. This is a tempting VHS reaction. I just really didn't have the time to get it on there and do so. And I don't blame you guys, but something else I do blame, but I'm not going to say who it is. The Emperor's New Groove 2 movie collection, which consists of The Emperor's New Groove and Kronk's New Groove. I have not seen these films, but I think Kronk's New Groove is going to be a pretty okay one. I've heard some people say it's pretty decent. I don't call it decent, I just call it a what if. I guess you could say that. A what if this sequel is going to be good or not. I guess you could say that. Monsters University. This one was a pretty good one. A little bit sad at the end, but at least they got to go to work, right? Yeah. The Lone Ranger. This one is a pretty good... I have not seen this one. Sorry, I got off topic a little bit, thinking that I've seen the Lone Ranger, but I have not seen the Lone Ranger. I did see this one though, the Muppet movie, the original classic. I watched this on Disney Plus before I got the Blu-ray, and it was pretty good. Yeah. And surprising thing about that is that I was really surprised at that Big Bird cameo in the Muppet movie. I won't say where it is, that's for you to find out. The last copy of Winnie the Pooh I ever have, The Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, the Blu-ray original classic, which did in fact come with a little kite, but I don't know what happened to the kite. Super Buddies, the final Air Buddies movie. Thank God it's the final one, because these guys are extremely overrated to begin with. I mean, man, I hope that it's their last one, I promise you. Phineas and Ferb Mission Marvel. A really good one. I really did enjoy this one. I was really surprised that Marvel and Phineas and Ferb actually had a crossover with each other. I thought it was something like, I don't know, forget it. Planes. Now this one wasn't actually that bad as most people say. Most people say that this film was horrible, but it's not that bad really. It wasn't even that bad when I saw it in theaters to begin with. This is a 2-movie collection, another 2-movie collection that I own. I think it's like my 3rd 2-movie collection. Muppet Treasure Island and The Great Muppet Caper. I think I liked The Great Muppet Caper better than Muppet Treasure Island. Muppet Treasure Island was just like a waste of time to me and just didn't really fit well. It was kind of like an idea Jim Henson pulled out of his ass. Yeah. Yeah, just all like, oh, let's make a movie about the Muppets going to some sort of island. Oh, good idea, Jim Henson, let's do it. Yeah, I just didn't really like Treasure Island. It was a waste of time. It's just my opinion. You don't have to agree on it. Frozen. I am a huge Frozen person, ladies and gentlemen. That's how I got into Disney and buying all these Blu-rays that you see right now. Little Mermaid, Star Wars, Marvel, Monsters Inc. That's how I got into Disney. Frozen. Yeah. The Jungle Book. Boy, I would be dancing all day long because of this movie. I mean, really. It's just so groovy and jazzy and all that stuff. Yeah, I just really enjoyed that film. And as well as The Jungle Book 2, which I still do not own on Blu-ray for some reason. It is a Christmas gift, but due to my isolation, I cannot get it. Sad. This is a three-movie collection, actually. Oliver and Company, and The Fox and the Hound, and The Fox and the Hound 2. I think it's just I think this is some sort of like animal movie collection. I don't know. Maybe it could be a anthropomorphic movie collection. I guess. I don't know. I think stupid again. Maleficent, otherwise known as the live-action Sleeping Beauty. This one was a little. This one was surprisingly really good. I thought this film was going to suck, but no, it's not. The film was really good. Angelina Jolie played a great role of Maleficent, and yeah, as well as a sequel to Maleficent 2: Mistress of Evil. And I can predict that probably the next one will come out in like 2024. We'll just have to see. Thor: The Dark World. Ugh, the worst MCU movie ever. Just a waste of my time and does not even fit well with anything else. Also, The Incredible Hulk was terrible too, but I don't blame that. I just like The Incredible Hulk for the ending. With the Hulk and Abomination fighting each other, yeah. Captain America the Winter Soldier. Now, when I got back into Blu rays and DVDs, this was the first one I've ever gotten. Because of my obsession with Marvel to begin with. Hercules, the special edition. I've seen this on Disney Plus, and it was a really good film. I really liked all the action and humor in the film, and yeah. And it's surprisingly that Disney actually told a story about a real god. Well, god of strength and all that. Guardians of the Galaxy. This one was a really creative idea to pitch in a bunch of space aliens and, a bunch of space interdimensional beings and all that stuff. That's what I call them, space interdimensional beings. And just forge them in together into one massive superhero team. The Guardians of the Galaxy. Boom, there's your title. Alexander and a Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, that is a super long title for me. And it's an okay movie. It's an okay movie. Yeah. It's an okay movie because of how long the title is. Big Hero 6. This one was actually pretty enjoyable because it's like a half anime, half animated Disney movie and all that. It's basically what if Disney made an anime movie or something like that. Next one, Into the Woods. Now this one was now I could tell what people said about this one. They said that this one was horrible because it involved Meryl Streep singing. Like, really? Are you really gonna hate on a film for having Meryl Streep singing and whatnot? Dude, that's so wrong. That's so wrong. I don't blame Meryl Streep for making this movie horrible. That right there is wrong. 101 Dalmatians, the Diamond Edition. Probably like, I don't know, like the third Diamond Edition movie I've ever shown you. There could be another one. Oh wait, no, it's the fourth one. I forgot about Beauty and the Beast. The SpongeBob movie, Sponge Out of Water. As you can see, I finally own the Blu-ray of this. I got this on Halloween for a fun fact. Along with prom as well too. But yeah. Live action Cinderella. This one was pretty good. I thought it was gonna be horrible, like most Disney live action remakes, but no, it was surprisingly really good. Tomorrowland, the first ever Disney film to ever be about an attraction. I think I remember visiting Tomorrowland at Disneyland. I mean, what an amazing experience. Inside Out. Now, this one was my all-time favorite movie when I first saw it in theaters back in 5 years ago, and now it's not for some reason. Can you believe it? First, I see a movie that I want to watch over and over again, and secondly, I just don't care about it. I mean, who does that? Ant-Man. Another creative idea by Marvel, bringing Ant-Man to the big screen. I mean, yeah, kudos to you, Marvel. The Walt Disney Short Films Collection, which concludes shorts. I guess they're from Cinderella, Frozen, um, animated Cinderella, I think Wreck-It Ralph. Oh yeah, Wreck-It Ralph as well too. And I don't know what else these short films are from though. Just kind of got lost in my tracks for some reason. Oh well. The Good Dinosaur. I still have not seen this film yet, but I'm trying, ladies and gentlemen. I'm trying to see this movie. It's a really good one too, as well too. Star Wars: The Force Awakens. And with this movie, this was the only new Star Wars film that was really good. The Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker just really killed the trilogy. I mean, it didn't want me to move. It made me not want to move on. Yeah. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. This is like the first ever signature edition Blu-ray ever owned. And I believe after this is like the final edition for classic Disney movies like Snow White. And then after that, they just go straight directly to Disney Plus, where they can be there for a long time. I guess you could say that. I don't own the Diamond Edition of Snow White yet, in case you were wondering. Zootopia. Really surprising film. I really did enjoy this one, especially when it comes to interactive animals and all that. Boy, who would like to live in a world like that? Just have a bunch of animals taking over our lives, doing whatever they want with them. And yeah, Captain America Civil War. I think this is like an overrated Marvel movie because of the world famous airport fight scene. I think that was why it's so overrated, but it's still a good movie. Finding Dory. It wasn't really that bad of a sequel. I actually did enjoy this one. I watched this one during the pandemic, by the way. That's how good it is. Suicide Squad The Extended Cut. I used to like this movie when I first saw it in theaters, and now that I saw the ratings, I actually don't like it. It was not that good. Really. It's really not that good. Trust me. Beauty and the Beast, the 25th anniversary edition, aka the signature edition. I still have to do the Blu-ray reaction for this, but it can wait. Ouija Origin of Evil. The only reason I like this film is because it has one of my favorite young actresses, Lulu Wilson, which I do own some of her films as well too. Like, I'll just go ahead and explain it in a little bit when I show it to you. Next up is Moana. A pretty creative idea. I mean, really. It's a really creative idea. And I saw speaking of Moana, I saw this thing on the internet. It's saying that Zendaya should be cast to play the live action Moana. And people actually hated the idea. Me, I don't know. I don't want to hate on anybody and all that stuff, or just, go off topic and all that, but you guys be the judge. The Avengers 2 movie collection, which consists of Avengers and Avengers Age of Ultron. I think the Avengers is a little bit better than Age of Ultron, but I think, in my opinion, both movies are really good. Rogue One, a Star Wars story. I don't own this film on Blu-ray yet, but I'm looking forward to getting. And this is a really good film, though. It was really surprising at the end that the planet exploded and all that stuff. And surprise, surprise, Darth Vader actually made a cameo in this movie. Okay. The Lego Batman Movie. Fun fact, I did not see this in theaters. I actually saw this on a streaming service called Kodi. It's basically a streaming service if you just look it up. Don't take my word for it. The live action Beauty and the Beast. Now this one was pretty good. I really did enjoy this one. I think this film was nominated for multiple Oscars, like what? Best Actress and all that. Best female lead actress and all that. You guys be the judge. Ghost in the Shell with Scarlett Johansson. This is like the first ever movie I saw when I returned to theaters. Basically, I took a break from seeing movies in theaters for a while, and then I came back, and that was the first one I ever saw. Tangled Before Ever After. This is a Disney Channel original movie, and I'm actually surprised that this movie actually came out on DVD. And I'm glad to have it. It's a really good short. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. My favorite Marvel movie, man. I can't tell you how much respect I have for this movie. I was lost in my tracks for a second. Baywatch. I hate this film. I regretted buying this film. And yeah, I'm just probably gonna throw that in the trash later. Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales, a surprisingly better adaptation to the Pirates of the Caribbean franchise. It was more better than any other Pirates movie, to be honest. I really did enjoy that one. Wonder Woman. Who's seen Wonder Woman 1984? It was surprisingly really good, despite the box office going completely burrow when it comes to the movie itself. Captain Underpants, the first epic movie. Boy, I thought this film was gonna suck, but no, it's a really good film, and it's surprisingly a pretty good adaptation to the original storyline of Captain Underpants. I've read every single novel, by the way. They're all really good. Cars 3. Surprisingly, this was even better than Cars 2. Good job, Pixar. Kudos to you. Transformers The Last Knight. Yeah, this one was really not that good. It was really horrible. Waste of my time. I did not enjoy that film, and yeah. Spider-Man Homecoming. Boy, this one was like the best Marvel movie ever. It was a really good introduction to Spider-Man in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, and yeah, all that stuff. Boy. Sorry if I traumatized you. The Lion King, the signature edition, the other signature edition I ever have. The only other signature edition Disney movie I ever have for 2017. I still need Pinocchio and Bambi on signature edition as well too. Cop and a Half New Recruit. I heard that this film was not that good, but I really did enjoy it. It's a direct-to-DVD movie for a reason. Annabelle 2 film collection. And surprise, surprise, I still have that life-size Annabelle collectible doll. It's probably dusty now anyway. I'm probably gonna have to clean it up later. It. The reboot of It. This one was surprisingly great. I really did enjoy this one. Especially those scenes with Joe Ritchie. I think that's what his name is. Or I kind of forgot some of the Losers Club's names. If you guys can tell me in the comments, that would be great. The Lego Ninjago movie. This was surprisingly a little bit okay, I guess. This was pretty okay. I did enjoy that film, and it was pretty okay. Boo 2 and Madea Halloween. Who else had a laughing attack in the theater when they saw this? I mean, boy, I had a laughing attack, and dude, it was freaking hilarious. Especially in the new film, too, which is the final Madea movie, though. Boo, a Madea family funeral. Boy, I didn't want that one to be the last one. But why did Madea have to end, though? Let me know down below. Thor Ragnarok, my new favorite Marvel Cinematic Universe movie, above Spider-Man Homecoming. I just have a feeling that every time when I see a Marvel movie, it actually tops in my favorite. I don't know why, but it's something. Cars. This is the Disney Movie Club exclusive. This is one of my Christmas presents, by the way, in case you can't tell. I just watched this one on Christmas Day, and surprise, surprise, it's still really good. It's still a really good Pixar film. Daddy's Home 2. I don't have the first Daddy's Home yet. The sequel is a little bit more funnier than the first one, because it has that scene where Brad's daughter gets drunk on eggnog, and Adriana also gets drunk on eggnog. They got into the eggnog without parents' consultation or with permission. That's the word that I was looking for. Permission. Justice League. Yeah. This one sucked. I tell you that. I'm not saying that because the actors did a terrible job. The actors did a great job. Like Ben Affleck, Henry Cavill, returning as Superman, Gal Gadot, Jason Momoa, Aquaman. The actors did a pretty good job. I'm just saying that because of the lazy storyline. It's really not that good. It's just a random idea that DC pulled out of their ass. Same thing like Jim Henson. When I explained about the Muppet Treasure Island, it was just an idea that DC pulled out of their ass. Really. Tangled the series, Queen for a Day. This is the only other Tangled the series DVD that actually came out on DVD. I don't know why, but it's hardly something. Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle. I saw this twice in theaters already. It was surprisingly still a pretty good film. 1 week late, 2 weeks later. I mean, I don't know if it's like 1 week or 2 weeks ever since I've seen that film, and it's still a pretty good film. Star Wars: The Last Jedi. Yeah, this one killed the new Star Wars trilogy, because it has those moments where Rey almost turns evil. Okay, now I notice I ran out of room, so let me clean this up, and we'll return to you in a moment. Okay, now that everything's cleaned up, we're going to move on to part 3, which will probably finally be the final part of this one. I don't know, maybe, I'm not so certain. Okay, the 6 movie collection, Nickelodeon 6 movie collection, which consists of the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, Rugrats movie, Hey Arnold the movie, the Wild Thornberrys movie, Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius, and Barnyard. I think my favorite out of the 6 are the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, Jimmy Neutron Boy Genius, and Barnyard. They're just pretty good films, even though I think Barnyard was like really terrible, but it's still pretty funny. Black Panther, the first MCU movie of 2018. Boy, let me tell you, this one, I did not expect this one to get voted, to get nominated as an Oscar, but boy, it's super sick. It's a pretty good film too, by the way. I like the fact that it was mostly about Africans, and I know I'm probably going to be a little bit racist about that, though. It was mostly about the blacks and all that stuff. Yeah. What's that called again? Oh yeah, diversity. It's mostly just about diversity in this movie. Tomb Raider with Alicia Vikander. It's not like Angelina Jolie Tomb Raider. It's even more better to begin with. And I don't know why she got her guns at the end of the movie, because in the Angelina Jolie version, she had them before. She had them in the beginning. Oh well, maybe that we explain in a future sequel or something. I don't know. I think the sequel's coming to HBO Max. I think. I don't know. Pacific Rim Uprising. Boy, this is one of my all-time favorite giant robot movies, man. I mean, I swear to you, the music of the first trailer is absolutely phenomenal. I can't stop listening to it though for some reason. Avengers Infinity War. Boy, what a movie. What a movie, man. What a movie of 2018. Dude, this literally is the best movie of 2018. And I gotta tell you, it is something. It is something from beginning to end. Deadpool 2. Not as great as Avengers Infinity War, but it's still a pretty funny film. Especially with its first one, Deadpool, which I don't own the Blu-ray for both Deadpool 1 and Once Upon a Deadpool, which is the PG-13 version of Deadpool, which I feel like is a waste of time. Okay, next up we have is Incredibles 2. And this is how I got into this is also how I got into Disney to begin with. I mean, Pixar most likely. This is how I most likely got into Pixar before Frozen. Incredibles 2. Really fun film. I actually liked Elastigirl's new suit in the movie, and yeah, people were just and yeah, funny story. Funny. Let me tell you guys a funny fact. People, when people were seeing Incredibles 2, people were being inappropriate when Elastigirl was on screen. I mean, why are you gonna be inappropriate in a movie theater? Just get your ass out of here. Ant-Man and the Wasp, the follow-up to Avengers Infinity War, otherwise known as what Ant-Man was doing during Avengers Infinity War, to summarize it all up. It's a pretty fun film. I actually did enjoy this film until the end when it set it up Avengers Endgame, how Ant-Man got trapped in the quantum realm and all that. Yeah. Christopher Robin. This is a Christmas present that I got on Christmas Day. I mean, this film was pretty surprising to say the least. I mean, I did enjoy this film even though the reviews were bad at the first start, but then it rose to good reviews. I'm surprised at that. And to me, this feels like a redo of the Book of Pooh. You know how the characters are all lifelike and all that, as you can see right here. Yeah, I just feel like that it's like the Book of Pooh all over again. That's just my opinion. Venom with Tom Hardy. Boy, I really did have a blast at this film. I actually saw this film a day early, which is October 4th. Normally this film came out on October 5th, 2018. But I saw it a day early, so yeah. Celebrating Mickey, another Christmas present that I got. This contains a bunch of shorts from Mickey's timeline, including the classic Steamboat Willie, which was pretty good. And I have to say, the Get a Horse short really surprised me. I almost thought that it was gonna be like a simple classic animation, like in the 1920s, but instead, it's a mixture between hand drawn and computer graphic animation. It's simply a nice way to bring hand drawn animation back, I guess. The Nutcracker and the Four Realms, my favorite Christmas movie of all time, man. It's too bad I didn't get to watch it this year though, but yeah, it's still a pretty good film. Ralph Breaks the Internet, aka Wreck-It Ralph 2. Pretty good follow-up. I wasn't expecting this to be nominated for an Oscar, but it didn't win the Oscar, so it was surprising to say the least. This one, however, did win an Oscar. It's Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Oh, and Ralph Breaks the Internet was a good movie. This one was the best, man. I mean, I probably watch this like every day or something. I mean, just look at that. It says it's an Academy Award nominee, but it's an Academy Award winner for Best Animated Feature. I think Incredibles 2 also got nominated for Best Animated Feature, but Oh well, I may be making that up, but oh well. Mary Poppins Returns with, I think that's Emily Blunt, right? Yes, it's Emily Blunt as Mary Poppins. I consider that like a live action remake of the Mary Poppins, but even though it's Mary Poppins Returns, yeah, I consider that a live action remake of Mary Poppins. Aquaman, which includes a sneak peek to Shazam. I think this came out right before Shazam came out. This came out 30 days before Avengers Endgame, which is really funny for some reason. It's kind of it's kind of funny once you think about it. And also, I heard that people were trying to remove Amber Heard from Aquaman because of the so-called Johnny Depp issue that he had. I don't really want to go into full that much detail about the situation, but just to clarify, I'm on Johnny Depp's side. He doesn't deserve the kind of treatment that he got on Amber Heard, really. Bumblebee. Now, this movie really did prove that Michael Bay can really make Transformers movies. It's a perfect way to introduce the Transformers, and surprise, surprise, they actually have their 1990s looks. That actually surprised me. Alita Battle Angel, another anime manga live action movie. This one was better than Ghost in the Shell, I gotta say. It's really it's really cool to begin with, yeah. Also, that film returned to theaters on October, the end of October, I think. I don't know. The Little Mermaid, the anniversary edition, otherwise known as the Signature Collection. It's about time that this film actually made it to the Signature Collection. I was beginning to think it wouldn't go to the Signature Collection until I saw the trailer for it, for the Walt Disney Signature Collection. Captain Marvel. Not the best MCU movie, but it's great. But it's still pretty great, I gotta say. I don't just hate it because of Brie Larson, but I like it. Shazam! Yeah, I had to point that out right there. This was a pretty funny film. I think this was even better than Captain Marvel, I gotta say. This was funny when I saw it in theaters, and actually, did I see it in theaters? Hold on a minute. Oh yeah, I did see it in theaters. Never mind. I actually did see it in theaters. I was beginning to say that I did watch a bit of it on Cody, but then I saw the rest of the movie in theaters. And yeah, it's a pretty fun film. Avengers Endgame. I have it on 4K for some reason, but I don't own a 4K player. And I still have to upload that video on what would happen if you put a 4K disc in a regular Blu-ray player. No introduction or commentary here. No commentary needed. You all know what this is. Boy, you know what it is. You know how it is. Boy, you know how it is. Toy Story 4, just like Endgame, no commentary needed. A great way to wrap up a perfect quadrilogy like Endgame. Boy. And it really actually did make me tear up when Buzz and the gang left Woody to become a lost toy with Bo Peep, Ducking Bunny, Duke Kaboom, and yeah, boy, just a real, get ready for a tearjerker. Cinderella, the anniversary edition. This was the first ever Blu-ray that I got at the swap meet, where I usually get my Blu-rays at. Normally they sold their Blu-rays for $15, but since people wouldn't buy them, they decreased the price by 5. So it's now $10 for a Blu-ray, which I like. Excuse me. Annabelle Comes Home. The third installment in the Annabelle trilogy. And a really good one, too. I like it. And Spider-Man Far From Home. The last MCU film before the coronavirus hit. This is a pretty fun film. I actually liked a lot of scenes in it, and Nick Fury played a good role. Tom Holland, Jake Gyllenhaal. I didn't know that Happy Hogan was gonna be in this movie. I just kind of let him. I just kind of let it go as like he made a cameo in the movie, but no, he made an appearance in the movie. Oh well. The live action Lion King. I thought that this movie was gonna suck, but no. I decided to give live action Disney films another chance. And I just heard that the sequel for the live action Lion King is actually gonna be a prequel, which I don't get. Oh well. It Chapter 2, the follow up to the classic It. Boy, I really did enjoy this one. I gotta say, it was a little bit more better. Fun fact, I saw this on my birthday. Yeah, I did. No joke. I saw that movie on my birthday. Okay. Sleeping Beauty, the anniversary edition, or the signature edition, whatever you want to call it. This one's a pretty good classic. I'm surprised that this film was presented in widescreen to begin with. Yeah. Aladdin. Now, if you haven't seen the live stream entitled Black Friday 2020 results, this was the movie I got on Blu-ray. I wanted to get the live action Aladdin as well too on Blu-ray because it was also on sale, but I decided to wait on that a little bit. Yeah. Well, now that I'm gonna get my channel monetized next year, yeah. Joker. This one won an Oscar for, I don't know. I kind of forgot what this film won an Oscar for. I kind of thought it was gonna be one for Best Actor, like Joaquin Phoenix here. And yeah, Maleficent, Mistress of Evil. Boys, I really did enjoy this sequel. I saw this right after I saw the first Maleficent. I think it was like during the pandemic when I saw this film, and I really did enjoy it. Frozen 2. I adore this film. I love it so much. I can't just stop thinking about it, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, as you see on the back here, it's completely ruined. That's because I just spilled something on there and it just completely fucked it up, really. But I'm gonna get the Blu-ray for this movie, just to make up for it. And wrapping everything up with 2019, Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. Yeah, this movie really killed the trilogy, ladies and gentlemen. It was the worst ending to any Star Wars movie in history, and I regret doing that. I regret buying it. I didn't want it, but I wanted it anyway. I don't know what's wrong with me. Moving into 2020, we have Birds of Prey, aka Birds of Prey and the Fantabulous Emancipation of One Harley Quinn, along the second longest movie title I ever own on Blu-ray, alongside Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. Yeah, this film was actually nominated for Best Comic Book Movie. I kind of forgot where it was nominated. I think like the MTV Awards or something. I don't know. Sonic the Hedgehog. Dude, Paramount actually delayed this film to Valentine's Day just so that they could redesign Sonic, because do you remember that teaser trailer leaked in May, and we saw that horrible Sonic design? Dude, thank God that they delayed it. Thank God. Onward. This was a pretty good one. I saw this on digital. I wasn't interested in it to begin with, but now I am interested. That's how I got into Disney. Last two Blu-rays. Becky. Now, funny story about this one. When the coronavirus hit, this movie actually released in both drive-in theaters and video on demand. I mean, really? Are you really going to release a movie in drive-in theaters during a pandemic? What's wrong with you, film industry? Oh well. And the last Blu-ray, Fa Mulan. I call it Fa Mulan for some reason, but yeah, this is the live-action Mulan. Boys, I really did enjoy this film, despite the reviews that it got. I actually enjoyed this film. I thought that this was the film that was going to suck badly, but no, Disney proved wrong. And it has that little Disney Movies Insiders thing. Okay, now enough of me yapping my mouth all the time. Thank you all so much for watching, and it's honestly a really, it's honestly a really much too much to just go over every single one of these Blu-rays and all that stuff. It's been a huge, yeah. Even though 2020 has been a huge pain in the ass, I've still gotten some great movies on Blu-ray and 4K. Well, despite I got Avengers Endgame on 2019, yeah, all that stuff. So, I hope you all enjoyed this video, this long ass video that I made about my Blu-ray collection. I don't know if I may consider doing this style again, but I don't know. I just thought that it was super long and had to be separated into a couple parts. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you all have a great day. Stay safe. Remember, stay safe. Wear a mask. Sanitize your hands. All the other crap that people tell you. And hopefully by 2021, we'll get this all figured out. Alright, guys. So until next time, this is me signing you off.